welcome to Phantastic Feast. I'm your host, Thuy Phan. Today I'm going to show you how to make a fig pavlova with pistachios and honey. That sounds like a mouthful, but it is a really beautiful and lovely dessert. And if you've never had a pavlova, it is one of my favorites because not only is it light and airy, it just looks really fancy. And every time that I've ever made or brought over pavlova to a party or made it for dinner, it's always been a hit. And it's personally one of my favorites. Figs, honey, and pistachios are a fantastic combination. To get started on the pavlova, what you need to do is set your oven to 215 degrees and preheat that. And in the meantime, I'll show you how to make the pavlova. And you'll need a stand mixer for this. It makes life a whole lot easier. And you'll need the whisk attachment. Now, the thing with pavlova is that it's super finicky in the sense that if your bowl has a drop of water or you have a smidgen of the egg yolk in there, it won't whip up. Just the fat content doesn't allow it to rise and so forth. So you have to be very careful that your bowl and whisk is really clean, dry, and no yolks get into it. So what we'll start with is 6 egg whites. And I just like to go back and forth like that. Then I save the egg yolks for something else. I love meringue because it just is so light and airy, but crunchy as well. And the name Pavlova, if it sounds kind of different, it's a Russian name. The dessert is named after a ballerina named Anna Pavlova, who was very famous. Part of it is because of the tutu that she wears is kind of fluffy and kind of like a cloud-like, which is what this dessert kind of resembles. Now I have my 6 egg whites and I am going to mix it on medium for a few minutes. So it's been mixing for about 5 minutes and I want to continue mixing, but in the meantime, I'm going to add 1 teaspoon of cream of tartar in there. And then we will mix it for a few more minutes so it gets to a satin peak, and then we'll start adding the sugar slowly and the cornstarch. So. Yeah, and at this point I'll start adding the sugar. It's kind of frothy right now, but I'll start adding this sugar really slowly through the sides and also the cornstarch. And then we're almost ready. Okay, see how stiff that is? That's what you're looking for. It's glossy, it's smooth, it's perfect. This is the meringue you're looking for. So now what we'll do is we will take a baking sheet and line it with some parchment paper and then bake it. Oh, that's so yum. I'm going to take it off. gorgeous. Delicious. It almost tastes like a marshmallow at this point. So basically what you want to do now is take some parchment paper. And then you align your baking sheet. And some people like to draw a circle on there as a guide, but I kind of like to just freeform it. It does expand in the oven, so you want to make it not as big as you plan to have it to go, because it does spread a little bit. Beautiful little cloud. So then you just kind of make your circle. It doesn't have to be perfect, I don't think. Make a swirl design. If you really want to get fancy, you could pipe some of it and make some swirl designs, but I do like it just kind of rustic-ish. It's gonna have a mountain of like cream on top, so it'll disguise any imperfections, and pavlovas are okay with imperfections because they're so yummy. Okay. Now our pavlova is ready to go in the oven at 215 degrees for 2 hours. So it's a little bit of a long time, but it has to bake at a low temperature so it doesn't turn brown and so forth. So it's worth the wait. So we'll put it in the oven. And in the meantime, we will cut our figs and then make our cream as well. So depending on whether or not you like a lot of cream or not a lot of whipped cream, you can make more or less. I will make 1.5 cup. Oh, I might as well make it all, 2 cups of whipped cream. The only thing with the whipped cream is you have to watch it, because if you whip it for too long, it churns into butter, and you don't want that. So you mix it for about 5 minutes on high speed, and then you add a little bit of sugar and vanilla extract in there, and that's going to be your whipped cream. Just watch it once it gets fluffy. So. Okay. Some powdered sugar. Yum. Almost there, just another minute or so. Okay, and this is your whipped cream. Consistency is fluffy. You want to refrigerate this until your pavlova is ready, so it's nice and cold, and then you'll take it out to serve it. These are our California mission figs. I just love them. They're just so beautiful and delicious. So you only need about 3 or 4, depending. I'll pick the cutest ones. Okay. Figs are so delicate, so you have to make sure you are not too, don't manhandle them, so just very delicate. And I like to cut them into 3/4. Figs, honey, and pistachio make a really great combination. It kind of reminds me of kind of Mediterranean flavors, kind of, and you can add that to a lot of things, yogurt, baklava, and it'd be so delicious. Okay, that's our figs. Push them to the side. And then I have here some shelled pistachios. And then you just want to give them a rough chop. This is our pavlova after it's baked for about 2 hours and cooled down in the oven for a little bit. And it's just like, you can touch it, it's like nice and crackly. It's very delicate. If you, eventually because of the cream and the weight of the cream and the figs, it will drop down, but it's delicious anyway, so. Okay, now that we've transferred our pavlova over to our cake stand, I'll add the cream. It's like a cloud. It's so pretty. And it is okay if it cracks because it is a very delicate and crumbly dessert. At some point it will crack. But hopefully not before pictures and everybody sees how beautiful it is. I cracked mine a little bit and you can't really tell after you layer everything. So you can start adding your figs. And you could do a design or you can just haphazardly put them on there. No one will say anything or judge you. See? Yeah, so there it goes. But it's still cute. Okay. Ooh, nice. Okay. And then you sprinkle on your pistachios. And then we drizzle honey, just a light drizzle. And there you have it. This is our pavlova with fresh cream, figs, pistachios, and honey. I cannot wait to taste it. It looks so beautiful. All right, now our pavlova is ready to be cut and tasted and eaten. So. You can hear the crumbliness of it. Figs. It's so good. It's like eating a cloud, a sweet cloud with delicious, fresh, ripe figs. The honey and the pistachios just give it a really nice flavor together. It's really good. Coming up after the break, I'll show you a really simple miso soup, which I know everyone has probably had if they've ever gone to a Japanese restaurant. It's so simple. I'll show you how to make that, and also a sparkling white peach sangria. It's perfect for the summertime. Join us after the break.